He's like the guy at a bar who's so nervous to go up to a girl and get the number, where he finally gets the courage up and he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then he takes that big risk, gets a girl's number, and then he's content after that. Like everybody's hyping him up, like, dude, you got her number. Way to go. All right, go back out there, get another girl's number. Welcome into the Seventh Man Up podcast. I'm your host, Alex Burleson. Man, this is a late night potty. I don't even got a script for this one. You can tell from my jersey, I'm wearing the Feel the Roar shirt underneath. Just got back from the Kings game, and oh my gosh. What a loss. What a crazy loss it was. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't cuss, and I had to stop myself from almost cussing a few times. Like, for real. Like, the first quarter started off good. They were in the game. They were battling. And then the second quarter came, and it just seemed like the refs were starting to dictate the game. And then seems the Kings just were starting to throw the game. To me, that's what it looked like. Like, the Kings were starting to just throw the game. Halftime came, and Doug Christie probably had a rough talk with them. They came out that third quarter, looked like they were showing some effort, and then it just went back to them low effort. Like, every time the Kings look like they're going to lose, even when they were obviously bad, I would be like, hey, let's at least lose with dignity. And tonight, win or go home, I don't even think the Kings did that. They lost with no dignity, they lost with no dignity at all. I like the way you work it. No dignity. The Kings played with no dignity. Yeah, they played with no dignity at all. Like, I just want to see effort. I want to see 48 minutes of effort, and they didn't do that. They played maybe, I'd say, 13 minutes of effort, maybe 15, 16 minutes of effort. The rest, no. And it was obvious. Like, players will say, oh, no, we weren't throwing the game. We gave our all. Bull crap with that. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan could say all that, like we were giving it all, just they were better than us. Of course they're better than you. They played with effort. They played with pride. Like, if I was a Kings player, like, heck, I'm only 5'8", when all the others are over 6 foot. If I was wearing this and had Kings on my chest playing in the actual NBA, I would give my all every single minute I was on the court. Yeah, I may get blocked, get the ball stolen all the time. Because, man, I'm just 5'8". I'd be going up against guys 6'3" and over all the time. But it's the effort that counts. That's why in the past, you've seen guys like Isaiah Thomas, Nate Robinson, heck, even Earl Boykins stick in the league. Because, yeah, they're short, but they got effort. They got heart. Yes, I'm calling out the Kings for not having any heart or effort. I'm talking to guys like Zach LaVine. I'm talking to guys like DeMar DeRozan. Heck, even Domantas Sabonis. Where was the effort? Where's the heart? Tonight, even though it was a loss, the only players that seemed to look like they were playing with effort and heart tonight was Devin Carter and Jonas Valanciunas. And that's saying something. For a rookie to be playing with effort and heart, and a backup center to be playing with effort and heart, LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis really got to look in the mirror this offseason. And yeah, I know I'm being harsh, but it's for a good reason. We can't all be like la-di-da, bubblegum, Wonderland, all stuff all the time. We need to call it as it is. And I'm calling it as it is. This play-in game, the Kings played with no effort or heart. Like the main guys didn't. And yeah, I know we were missing guys like Malik Monk, Jake LaRavia, but hey, when one guy's missing, next guy step up, right? All right, enough about the game. All season long, us Kings fans been going on about the lack of Kings now former GM Monty McNair. Like even during the game, I was calling for the Kings to fire Monty McNair. And then right as me and my friend are heading back from the game, I'm constantly checking my Twitter. And then from Sam Amick, I see that the Kings have already parted ways with Monty McNair. Now, parting ways is just business talk for firing. Let's just be honest. It wasn't a parting of ways. Monty McNair just straight up got fired. He got canned, and I think it was well deserved. Okay, I do have to give him some praise. He did take a big risk in that Sabonis for Halliburton trade, but what that reminds me of, because that was, he did just one big trade, and then just what came after that, little small deals that didn't really turn out to anything. Heck, he even traded away a defensive dog in Davion Mitchell for absolutely nothing, basically. We got, what was it, Jalen McDaniels? And then he was a dud, so we traded him, or we let him go. I forget what it was with him. That's right. He was an addition in the DeRozan deal, and then the Spurs, I think it was, waived him. But really, letting go of Davion Mitchell like that for nothing, like I said, and then the season that we had, Mike Brown getting fired, trading away De'Aaron Fox. I even think going into this season that is now over, I think Monty McNair, even at that point, was starting to be on the hot seat. And I was telling my friend this, and I think it fits really well. Monty McNair, he's like the guy at a bar who's so nervous to go up to a girl and get the number, where he finally gets the courage up and he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then he takes that big risk, gets a girl's number, and then he's content after that. Like everybody's hyping him up like, dude, you got her number. Way to go. All right, go back out there, get another girl's number. And then he's like, nah, I'm good. I got this. I'm just going to lay low. And that didn't pay off. He basically got the girl's number and then just laid low and was content. I don't know how that's going to hit, but that's what I correlated it to. But yeah, what a season for the Kings, though. We've played a total of, what, after tonight's game, 83 total games. And let's be honest, out of those 83 games, I watched, I think, 82 of them. There was maybe one game where I missed because I was doing something, or in the midst of what was going on, I forgot that there was a game that day and I missed the game. But I'm a loyal fan to the team. I'm loyal to the franchise. I'm loyal to the Kings. Again, not loyal to a player or a person, but to the franchise itself. Yeah. So that's how I feel. So just going to kick back, talk a little bit, kind of reflect on this season. You like this jersey right here? This is a Malik Monk jersey. I got it tonight at the game. Wish we would have had Malik Monk in tonight's game. Even with the win, I think, even if we would have advanced and then say even made it as the 8th seed to play OKC, no matter how the season was going to go, I think Monty McNair was going to get fired anyway. I want to know what you guys think about it. What do you guys think about the Monty McNair firing? As for me, I feel a little bit of relief. I feel a little bit of relief because me and so many other fans been wanting it, and I think Vivek did the right thing in waiting for the season to end. He didn't do what Phoenix did with their head coach or what Memphis did with their head coach, even though it was a head coach and not a GM. Vivek Ranadi, they waited for the offseason to make a drastic change like that. Now, you might say, but they fired their head coach during the season. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. But they did it in a normal amount of time that teams usually will fire their head coach within the season itself. And that's what they did. Like what Memphis did, like what Phoenix did. You don't fire a coach that close to the end of the season. You might as well just wait for the end of the season. Now, what am I looking forward in this off season for the Kings? Let's see. We don't have our picks, so not going to pay attention to the draft lottery. We do have second round picks, though, and whoever our next GM is, they'll be looking at players that will most likely go in the second round, which, as it gets closer, I might get a little more intrigued because this year's draft is supposed to be really packed. So I'm intrigued for that aspect of it. And Summer League is always fun. I hope the California Classic is back in Sacramento. Like, it's better when it's in Sacramento for the atmosphere and for the arena. Like, I've been in Chase Center once, and I didn't really like it that much. It was small. I can tell that they tried to make it like the Golden One Center. But to me, it just didn't really work. It's a nice arena for the Warriors, but for opposing fans, maybe not. Because other fans' teams have better arenas. I've never been in them. I've only seen the outside of them. But from what I've heard, Miami's arena, one of the best arenas in the league. Like our arena, one of the best in the league. Let me try to think. The Charlotte Hornets arena is really good from what I've read and seen. I haven't seen it in person. I've just seen pictures and I've heard people talking about it. So yeah, I hope the California Classic is back in Sacramento and maybe I'll go to a game or two. Summer League is always fun and I like how popular Summer League is starting to be. Like, as I talked a few podcasts ago about the Summer League, Adam Silver is making the NBA like a year-round thing, and part of that is Summer League. Like how popular it is, what they're adding to it. They're adding, similar to the NBA, they're adding awards like Summer League MVP, Summer League first and second team, which is really good. And stuff like that will add pride for the Summer League, where in the past players that are a rookie or a second year or third year might say only played games 1 or 2 and then they'll rest the rest of the Summer League. In the past few years, I've noticed those type of players, they're playing the majority of those Summer League games because they really want to show out for fans and for scouts and for the team that they're on. Because in all Summer League teams, the head coach of that Summer League team is usually the associate head coach. And he's really close to the head coach. So if a rookie or a second-year player balls out in Summer League and the associate head coach sees that, he'll maybe give a nudge to the head coach and be like, yo, you see this guy? We need to play him in the regular season. So that could happen. It could be like a real-life 2K storyline happening. And that could happen out of Vegas, which is pretty cool. I hope to go to Vegas one day to watch Summer League. Just an atmosphere like that, seeing all those players. I would love that. Ah, man. So like I said before, I'm disappointed in how the season went, but I am a bit relieved that we finally got rid of Monte McNair. Like, he was needing to go, like, for real, let's be honest. He did his thing, but just, it ran out. He couldn't do anymore, and at this point, it didn't matter what else he could do. I think the firing was already in play even before the season ended. And I like to end, even on a podcast like this, I like to end every podcast with some kind of encouragement and relating to the disappointing season that the Kings had. We have to look forward. We have to look at what's next. We can't look at what's now or what was. We can look at what's next, because the Bible says God has plans of a future and a hope. And the context of that verse is for a future and hope, even within our trouble and struggles. Even within our troubles and our struggles, God will show us the light, which is a future and hope that he has for us. We just have to persevere. So even the Kings, they have to persevere out of what was for what will be. But more importantly, because this is just sports, I'm talking about like you. I'm talking about me. We have to look forward, even in our troubling times, to the hope and the future that God has for us. Because the greatness he has for us, we don't even know it yet. We don't even know what will happen tomorrow, next week, a year from now. God does, though, because he's already set it in stone. We just need to persevere and go after God so those things can come to fruition. So that was the podcast for tonight. And as always, remember, stay up with them threes up. Love, joy, peace. See ya.